Hi, welcome back to my video series on training your dog for distance work. This is first steps, and this is what it is. It's the first steps in the training that we're going to take Koji through. And yesterday we found his working base point, so we found where he could get to before he disengaged. We're not going to go straight there to start with. What I like to do is start a bit closer and work back towards that and see if I can get back to that. The reason being, I want to see where he is today, whether he's switched on, whether he isn't switched on, whether yesterday was a fluke or not. So I'll start a bit closer and work my way back. And if he starts disengaging, not listening to me, then I stop and I take it from that point that he is. It's all about making sure that you're setting your dog up for success. There's no point going back to that 12-metre mark and him failing time and time again, because it doesn't do him any good, it doesn't do me any good. I want him and I need him to succeed. It's also what helps build their confidence when they're doing something. So I come back to where he's at. So if I go back and get to 6 metres and he starts losing it, I'll take a step forward until he gets it, and that's where I'll go from, and then I'll work it from there. So that's really important. The other thing, as you know, I have built-in auto stay for sit and for down. So this is a bit confusing for the dog because they know sit and down when I'm right here. They're right in front of me, they're right beside me. That's how they were taught. So as I keep saying, a dog will want to creep forward to get into that position. It's a bit confusing, even with the stay, and that helps. This will help bulletproof that. But what I like to do is go over auto stay, both in a down and a sit, before I do this and again after, just to keep reinforcing it into the dog, and also because it will help click much quicker for him that, hey, it's all right to stay back here when he's out there telling me to do these things. So if you've got an auto stay built in, or you're building one in, I suggest you go over it before and after to reinforce it, because you don't want him breaking it. By doing that, they understand it, and like I said, it helps accelerate it here. If you have a stay as a separate, don't use it in this, because I prefer the dog to work it out themselves. It makes it much better when the dog can work it out themselves. Let your tether do that for you. But work on your stay before and after, the same thing. Alright, so remember, these are short sessions, lots of and very short. So I'm going to start fairly close. Koji, sit. Good. Koji, down. That's a good boy. And he's not going to get treated every time for that. Koji, sit. Good. Koji, down. Good. So I'll probably do one more and then I'll treat him. Koji, sit. Good. Koji, down. Good boy. Koji, sit. Good. Hello. Good boy. That's very clever. Alright, so lots of praise and let him know he's doing well. We're looking to get him to break through a couple of little barriers here. Again, you've seen that he's crept forward a little bit, but it's been much slower. It's been more on the sits and the downs. He's been folding quite nicely, which begins to show me that the auto sit, the auto downs might be starting to kick in. The auto stays, are going to kick in the downs and the sits. So I'm hoping by today he has a light bulb moment and they just stick. Koji, sit. Good boy. Koji, down. Good. You can just see he's out of that lead and he just hesitated for a moment, and that's okay. That's what he was trained to do. And I don't want him pulling on that lead. So if he gets a little frustrated with it, I'll simply reset him a little bit. You can see immediately when I stop, he just switches off. Again, that's calm, that's what he's trained to do. And so sometimes he takes a split second to listen to that first command if he switched off, because he's got to come back around. Koji, sit. Good boy. Koji, hello. Yes. Good. Good boy. And you can see I try to just keep him going in different positions every time I do it. And that's just, I'm trying to stop him preempting what I'm doing. And normally I wouldn't be talking other than just telling him down and up, good boy, and so forth. So you'd move through this much more flowy. But because I'm doing the video, I'm stop-starting. Also makes it much harder on him, but he'll get plenty of training during the day, so that's okay. Koji, down. Good boy. And we're out at a bit over 10 metres at the moment. Koji, sit. Koji, sit. Good boy. It's just a slight distraction of a cow. So now we're at about 12.5 metres. So I'm going to see how he goes here. Koji, down. Good. Koji, sit. Good boy. Yes. Yeah. So he's listening really well, although again his body language is telling me he's right on his limit pretty much. Koji, down. Good. And there's just a little tiny moan. I'm not sure if you can hear it there, just a little bit of mouth. Koji, sit. Good boy. Hello. Ah, good boy. Good. So you can see he's listening really, really well. And I've stepped back just a fraction more, and so I'm at actually about 13.5 metres. Koji, down. And you can see there's the frustration there. That is total disengagement. So I come back a little bit. Koji, down. Good. Good boy. Koji, sit. And there's a really good example of disengagement right there. Is I went back an extra 1/2 metre to 1 metre and the dog just switched off. And that's when you know you need to come in. Don't stay out there. The first time you know the dog's struggling, come back, find that spot that he's at. So this is where we'll be working at. And again, it's really good. It's where we were yesterday. And so that's really good for the first one up. And so I'll be working through this today. And like I said, only 5 minutes at a time. You don't want to go any more than that. So keep it short and make sure the dog's not out in blazing sun or anything like that. Try and keep the dog in a bit of shade or something like that. So, but like I said, short. Practice your stays, whether they're auto stays or normal stays. Practice those before and after to help your dog with those. Alright, I hope that helps, and we'll see you for the next one.